here's something. The Senate recommended a capital budget is a recommendation of 539 billion for the Ministry of Solid Mineral Development in the 2025 appropriation bill, significantly increasing the initial 9 billion proposed by the executive. Samson Ekong, the chairman of the Committee on Solid Mineral Development, revealed during the presentation of his committee report to the Senate on appropriation, and then they kind of like justified it. However, lawmaker explained that the decision to increase the ministry's budget to 539 was reached after several engagements with the Ministry of Budget and other stakeholders. This amount is still modest compared to what other countries invest in similar sectors, but it's a step in the right direction, he added. Now, Senator Adams Oshiomole, the chairman of the Committee on Interior and a member of the Appropriation Committee, emphasized that funding alone would not yield results unless the issue of illegal mining was decisively addressed. Oshiomole further alleged that retired military generals and other powerful individuals who are behind the illegal mining operation would deprive the nation of significant revenue. Oshiomole called for the deployment of security forces, including the army, the police, the air force, to combat illegal mining, similar to the measures used against illegal oil bunkering in the Niger Delta. We must apply the same ruthless approach to illegal mining as we do to illegal oil bunkering. It is unacceptable to use different standards. And he highlighted the extent of the problem. He accused the illegal operators of arming their workers, using helicopters to transport gold out of the country, making billions of dollars in the process. Meanwhile, you're treating these with levity while they're siphoning so much of our resources out of the country and setting individuals enriching themselves while you're being high-handed in the southern part of the country, vandalizing and destroying illegal bunkers, activities and all whatnot. And he's saying you can't have two standards, can we? It's all about getting more revenue for the country. So, even though some retired generals are taking exception to this and quite seeing it as outrageous, where is Adams Oshiomole getting that from? They wonder at this point in time, as he blames the retired general for illegal mining activity. And I know there was a response from one of them. I think it was the Punch that tried to speak with, let me confirm who they spoke with, that shared their reservation. Speaking with Saturday Punch, a former commander of 1 Division, Nigerian Army, Brigadier General John Sura, retired, described Oshiomole's statement as the highest level of falsehood that anyone can ever peddle. He stated that no retired general would engage in an activity that undermines Nigerian sovereignty, emphasizing their commitment to national unity and development. As a retired general, your priority is Nigeria. Mining is not meant for just an ordinary person who does not have the resources and license to engage in it. Therefore, any allegation that any person is bringing up is just falsehood and just to paint a dog black in order to kill it. But is this the first time that the military has been accused? Well, we have the minister of the FCT who, at this time as governor of Rivers State, did point fingers, and security personnel were complicit, apparently in, you get it, illegal mining in that part of the country, the southern part of the country. Is he saying, all right, but for this one that is happening in the north and all of that, but on that side, it could be possible? Well, it's left for them to challenge Adams Oshiomole. He said what he said. He said it to the entire country in front of a committee, and he knew he was well recorded, so they will take it up if they have any reservation. But one thing Nigerians would agree is we're letting our guards down when it comes to how certain resources are mined in the northern part, particularly gold. And a lot of people will swear by their next paycheck that people are enriching themselves because we've not put in the right framework, the right policy, or the right political will to stem that illegal mining in the solid minerals, particularly in the north part of the country. So that's that on that particular story. Would also throw in another one, which is the president ordering the Federal Road Safety to stop recurring petrol tanker explosions. We've had one too many. Too many. Adamawa, Niger, Enugu, too many. We've lost money, the capital for the oil. We've lost lives that cannot be brought back, and a lot of devastation also at the end of the day. Now, we've had independent, some people, tanker, what's the name of those ones who ferry the trucks and all of that? They said, it's the bad road. that is responsible for it, and then people who try to scoop, who try to fetch this petrol when they fall or skid off the road or stuff like that. And whatever the case is, it just feels like 2025, between December and January, as at the weekend, we've had one too many of it. And at this point, it is officially disturbing. It is something that should take as national emergency. Why are the tankers tipping over all of a sudden? Why are we getting one too many fires happening back to back? Something needs to be done about it. And that's what the president did to direct the Federal Road Safety Corps and agencies in charge of enforcing traffic rules to implement measures to prevent recurring petrol tanker explosions in Nigeria, as there's been an increase in the tanker explosion across the country in recent times. As reported that a petrol tank on Saturday exploded at the Onyema section of the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway, killing several people, injuring others. The Federal Road Safety confirmed that 18 people had died in the particular incident over the weekend. A week before the Enugu incident, another petrol tank had exploded along a highway in Gurara local government area of Niger State. Over 70 people were killed in the Niger explosion. And then we had in Adamawa that happened where a number of people were killed, and the pocket of others that have been happening will be taken for granted. So if the president is saying to the Federal Road Safety, do something to stop it, what can the Federal Road Safety really do about this? Well, let's get your take on the stories before we share the extra with you. Call me up on 0700 951 0000 or 0809 5974869, or you can call 0809 9930 137. You're permitted to leave a voice note on WhatsApp. If it's no longer than 1 minute, I'll be glad to take it. If it is, then I would leave it exactly where you left it.
Good afternoon.
Yes, you are welcome.
My name is Adola Victor from Dusa Lagis.
Go ahead, sir.
I want Adam Oshiomole to help Nigeria. Millions of Nigerians to know this retired general who I bought initiated this. You see, our president should stop playing politics. You see, they have been playing politics for many years, and Nigerians are tired. Nigerians know their game. Let him come out and tell Nigerians the name of this. You see, during Buhari regime, the former minister of information told the whole world that they had penciled down the name of sponsors for terrorism. So they are agents. They did not release the name. You see? So, Mohammed should apologize to Nigeria for not telling us the truth. And if Adam should also have, and if he doesn't have the names of these people, he should also apologize. You see, he should stop, because before, I respected this man when he was a union leader. I respected him. But when he joined politics, in fact, I just find it difficult to respect him. Look at his political son in Ebisi. The man has politically breached the constitution by dissolving constituted elected local government.
All right, sir. All right, sir.
So let him name the names.
All right.
Name them. We want to know them.
Thank you very much. Remember, we're giving a minute, 1 minute, 30 seconds tops. We have so many people waiting, so please don't hold the line. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Yeah. You have to go back. The network is poor. Hello. Good afternoon. All right. I do not know what is going on, why the calls are dropping, but let's try all over again. 0700 951 0000. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
I agree with the
Greet you.
Donald from Niger State.
Go ahead.
I think you don't fight insecurity by gun and machine gun. You understand? You fight insecurity by sincerity. Like the last caller just said, yes. Maybe this thing is very sponsored by a former general. Well, former general is not a name. You understand? They should bring the list of those people, and they should also bring the list of the former generals. Well, now, check and balance, you understand? If your name is there, okay, go to this side. If your name is not there, okay, you're under suspect. You understand? For the former ones and the present ones should be investigated. And no. And let me tell you this. The chairman of the local government will not pay me any wage and insecurity, West Nigeria.
All right, thank you very much. Hello.
Yeah, Kim.
Good afternoon.
I think Professor Michael Chimoke.
Go ahead.
Adam Oshiomole is right on this. It's not today he's been accusing the generals of a lot of bad things in Nigeria. But we continue to say, I like. That is the word we have been using. I like. But this I like, it's true for goodness sake. Let's not be using this word. When somebody is saying the truth, let us stand by the truth and correct the things that are wrong in this country for goodness sake. How can they be using military to stop bombing in the south? Over there, they are not doing anything. Is it today we have been hearing of people using helicopter, private jet to carry gold and all the rest? Why? I've been saying that injustice is what is destroying Nigeria, and injustice will finally collapse Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Let's hear you next. Hello. Good afternoon. Okay. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome to the show. What's your name?
I am Chukwunonso. I'm calling from Cuba.
Chukwunonso, do me a huge favor. Turn off your radio. I can hear feedback from your end.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. I actually live in Chikakure, Cuba, and it's actually our area. This kidnapping happened.
Tell us more.
Hello, can you?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. This thing has been going on for quite a period now, because even one of my customers was kidnapped. The man buys cement from me. He buys cement from me, and this happened last year, and the man is actually dead now. So this has been happening. It's not a new thing, and it's not just far from us. You know this champion. That champion church.
Not very familiar with the area.
Okay. There's this Iginlas church, that champion.
Okay.
That is where I stay, next to that place. And it's not just far from there that this bomb blast happened. The one that those Almajiri children detonated in that area, in Kuchinguyi, because the place is not just far from that area. So all these things have been happening in that area, and it's serious, but I don't know, they are not taking it serious.
By they are not taking it serious, who do you mean? People in the community, security personnel? Who exactly isn't?
All of them, nobody, the security personnel, they are not taking it serious. Because after the bomb blast just happened, that is that little bomb blast that just happened. Since then, it's just not just far from, not just
all right.
This kidnapping just happened. So
all right.
It's really a problem here, and
I can see that.
We are tense.
All right.
We are tense. It's not easy.
Thank you very much. Let's hear another caller. Hello.
Hello, Kimberly.
Good afternoon. You're welcome. Talk to us.
The senator Adam Oshiomole have to reason the valid or not, but most of the minerals-rich countries in Africa, if you talk of Senegal, Liberia, Abuja, mineral resources related crisis. Even now in Congo, DRC Congo, the war between M23 and the government soldiers, it is escalation of humanitarian disaster. It is by the international consideration about any only country that is in the developed world. So we don't know where it will come to end. This Boko Haram is partly related to the same thing. And for coming back to road safety, I don't think road safety have the capacity to handle the tanker driver because they are a syndicate. They can block the highway at any given time. They can challenge the road safety. It happened in Abuja. They have overtaken the highway. They are fighting. It's impunity. Nobody there challenging. So that is my pretension.
Thank you very much. And on Facebook, Chiemeka G. Edwin says, divine increase this season. Amen to that. Samuel A.K., how are you doing? Yellow Man from Nyanya, I'm doing okay. Friday Aya says, welcome aboard DJ from Area 10. Nathaniel David, I see you also. Joseph Orim, my take on President's order to the Federal Safety Court to stop recurring petrol tanker explosion. How would that stop? How would they do that? However, our roads should be fixed. Too many bad roads in the country. Omar Sani, KTDO, says, I hail the road and many other factors are responsible for the one too many accidents occurring. On Adam's statement, most times people at that level of government have evidence on matters like this. I just hope and pray this country becomes better than we hope for it to be, says Yusani. Kim, let NOA sensitize Nigerians in our local jingles on the various media on the negative outcome of scooping petrol in petrol tanker accident scene. Yeah, Joseph, that's one way to go about that. The road safety, with that enough awareness, education around the danger of doing that is quite important. All right, let's hear more from you. Hello.
Sorry.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Thank you, Professor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Thank you. It's Obasanjo calling you from Amadi, Niger State.
Go ahead, Obasanjo.
On road safety, the Minister of Labour, that is the former governor of Ebonyi State, has cheated Nigerians, has lied to Nigerians.
What's the lie exactly?
Thank you. Before Christmas, this man stated that all federal roads will be what? Will be fixed. I don't know. Will be fixed.
Did he give you a precise timeline, Obasanjo, enough for you to be seen as a lie? Did he say in 6 months, in 6 weeks?
Timeline. But before December, all the federal roads will be what? Will be fixed. According to him. And last week, he came up on board that the federal government cannot do anything pertaining the federal road. I mean, when I went to Anambra, that's Anambra to Delta State, not even go far, come back to the north, come back to Niger. My sister, if you travel from Suleja here, follow Lambata to Lapai, and tell what can federal road do? What federal road? What? These people,
All right.
Only lying to Nigerians, making lines to Nigerians, do away with our phones in Nigerians. They don't have anything. I don't see the work of federal road safety. What can federal road safety do? Are they construct? Let me keep quiet.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, I know that sometime in October 2024, he did say that all federal high roads will be made motorable. He would ensure that all federal high roads are motorable before Christmas. Well, you could interpret it in so many ways. Fixed is different from motorable, means that anyhow in a go fit travel. But Nigerians will expect it to be a smooth motorable ride at the end of the day, which apparently isn't the case today. And he said, who'll be responsible for all of this is something he said even when he was telling Nigerians to press on the government, if necessary, to do more borrowing to raise the funds to fixing these roads. So we're looking at the big stories driving conversation. Started off with the concern, the abduction here in the Bari area of the federal capital. 6 people abducted, or was it a family of 6 altogether? Were they 4 of them? People were removed from their homes early hours of this morning, and they were saying, did we let our guards down? Why is this happening again? Because it felt like the security had it under control at one point in time. How are we seeing this return, and what should be done? We also did look at the directive given by Mr. President to the Federal Safety Court to see how they can end this incessant one too many tanker explosions that we've recorded in short period of time. We've had about 3 or 4 of them, which is depressing and heartbreaking given the fatality involved in it, the devastation that it brought with it. But what can the Federal Road Safety do, really? And that's why people are talking about roads. You need to fix the roads and make it a bit more motorable so that these tankers and truck drivers can travel with ease. However, I've had people who have argued and said even the behavior of the truck driver themselves need to be put to check. Their excesses on the road, the way they navigate those potholes, even though they know the roads are bad, the way they terrorize other vehicles on the road is something to look at. And I know, because I travel interstate, well, Abuja, Kaduna, and I see a lot of it happening. Sometimes you really wonder, do you know you're driving a truck and anything can happen? Break can happen, surprising pothole that you did not see the last time you applied this road, you could just open up like a sinkhole. And yet they drive, toot their horns and just expect you to just get out of the way. That is something that honestly needs to be looked into. And then we looked at Adams Oshiomole. Adams Oshiomole is pointing fingers at retired generals. He says, you see all these illegal mining activities going on, particularly our gold that has been taken out of the country. Well, they do have a hand in it. And someone is saying, Senator Adams Oshiomole, drop names with your full chest. Let us know who. I doubt if that's ever going to happen, though. But I wonder which of the retired general is behind all of this. But one thing Nigerians will agree is high-profile people are behind setting criminal syndicates going on in the country. If you talk about oil bunkering and oil activity in the southern part of the country, and then you hear of the big ship they're using ferrying this crude out of the country, no small fry is going to get into that business. This is not something you do with 1 million, 2 million, 10 million. This is something you invest millions of naira to get that business moving, to get it ferried out of the country. It is not the whole thing they do for small boys to be refining and selling in the neighborhood. This is big business, and it needs people. I'm not saying they'll all be general, but I'm saying that people who have the capacity to invest in it and who have the capacity to recruit the people, the know-how in it, who are involved in it. And if we're looking at the gold aspect of it, it feels like there's a conspiracy not even being so much spotlight on that sector of a solid mineral. It feels like indeed, it's a viable conspiracy theory that there just might be some high-profile people, because how is it that we have so much gold deposit and we're not making so much as a country from it? Why? Well, maybe the senator needs to go a step further and do a bit more name-dropping, which you can wait from now to next Christmas. It's not going to happen. All right, let's hear you. 0700-951-0000. Hello?
Yes. Yeah, my name is KGB.
KGB, go ahead.
Yeah, yes. Somebody said injustice will finally collapse this country. But I'm telling you, the country has already collapsed when you go now. So that one is not a big deal. Then, as for somebody, yes, somebody would like to say the truth. But the politician, I mean, to bring out the enabling environment for generals to do that. That is that. But I'm surprised of one thing. Ministry of Mining, Ministry of Mining, they are asking for more money, even being given, seems like works. Mining, is it not mining of
solid mineral, Ministry of Solid Mineral. We don't have a Ministry of Mining on its own. It's solid minerals.
Solid mineral. I don't know the one that gives license for people to go and mine. To go and mine around whatever, then take it away and sell for themselves. Not to be mining. Do they have operational department? That is one. How come our gold and whatever in the north, they are mining it privately, pocketing the money, but the oil, they only attack the oil in the south as a general whatever consumption. So I wonder how the Ministry of Food can be talking of giving them more money. What do they do with the money? More money.
All right, sir. So you have more questions than answers, apparently.
More money, Ministry of Works, all of them. I tell you, Nigeria is gone. Thank you.
No, don't say that. Not on my watch would you refer to Nigeria as that republic, all right? The reason why I have this conversation every day is to see how to undo whatever damage and to correct the anomaly. And all right, so we can't just say it from a pessimistic point of view that Nigeria is gone and done for. No, sir. If Nigeria is gone, we're all finished. And I'm not finished. I'm just about started. So let's look at things from the bright side of things. All right. Thank you very much for that. Let's come over your comment. Yes, we're live on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and I'm on TikTok also. So I'll look at as many comments as possible. I see you. There's so many of the comments already. I will get to let's look at some of them on WhatsApp at this point in time. Adams Oshomole's allegations should be investigated and the names of those involved should be published in our national newspapers by Abdulaziz Mohammed, and that's who's take there. Kim, the Golden Voice on Radio. My name is Fresh Prince from Wuseto. I want to talk about the tanker incident that happened in Enugu on Saturday evening. It's quite unfortunate how people lose their lives in Nigeria. That road has been a death trap for many years now, and the government is not doing anything about it. Very sad. And for the insecurity in the FCT, I think it's everybody's business. We can't leave it for security agents alone. If you see something, say something. Do have a lovely day, he wrote. Regarding the tankers falling, I think it's anger, it's the angry modern nature, or modern nature is angry at us. How can a country who has crude oil be selling a liter of petrol for 1,000 naira? From Adams, he should bring evidence to his explanation. All right. This gentleman seems to think it's modern nature upset with us. That's why tanker drivers are tipping over and exploding because we sell crude oil at an exorbitant price. I don't think that's how modern nature operates, though. Hello? Hello? Your connection is very poor. Very, very poor. Please call back. Hello? Anybody home? Knock, knock.
Yeah, knock, knock. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're welcome.
Yeah, happy new week, sister.
How is you saying?
My name is Ojo Junet, President. I will say that Senator Oshiomole, for me, he knows what he's talking about. And I believe it's correct. Because no ordinary person, ordinary citizen in this country will be involved in that kind of things. The people who have been stealing our mineral resources, both solid and the crude oil, are the big and mighty in this country. And any country that is suffering from that kind of problem, that country will hardly move forward. If the people at the corridor of powers and the people who are doing business, who are mighty, are the ones stealing the resources of the country, then who is going to stop them? That's why we see that from one president to another, this problem still continues. Because they have become above the law, they have become a cartel that it will take a strong mind to stop them. To let them to come and prove to Nigeria that says that Oshiomole is lying, to come and prove to Nigeria that it is ordinary citizens that are doing that. If federal government will now begin to involve private people to begin to guide pipeline, where we have security personnel, police, Navy, Air Force, Army. So what is their duty? Good that they cannot be trusted. Because I know that some pipeline are being guided by private people. I can remember last year when this man, Asani Dokubo, was commenting that most of the people, Tompolo, thank you, man. Most of the people stealing the crude oil at the military. Many people have said this in this country. Former governor of Rivers said it. Tompolo said it. So what Oshiomole says is not a lie, it's a truth. But who is going to bear it? Who is going to hold the book by the horn?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello?
Hello?
Good afternoon. You're welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon. One.
Ozima.
Oh, good. This is Chigo.
Go ahead, Chico.
Yeah, let me say, my own is about what the Mr. President said about the road safety. Let me say, the road safety cannot do much Yes, because they can't stop those trailers on the road. But I think if they can join with a law enforcement agency like police or military to stop them and check. There are some of them that are not aged, that don't even have the driver's license to drive a truck, but they're on the road. And also that our road needs to be fixed. Yes, that's number one. To be fixed, well, let's have a good road. Sometimes the tiredness of the driver can cause this accident. You don't expect from Lagos to Abuja here, driver will be carrying a truck. What happens to our train? Sometimes we carry this thing formerly before. We used to tell this thing from train to one station. Then from there, the taxi can convey it from there. But this time around, no, I don't think that our train is careful anymore. So let's fix our roads and our train stations. Our train is supposed to be working. So the road safety cannot do much. Let's see if they want to stop them on, I believe that they cannot stop for trailer.
All right.
Trailer cannot stop for road safety. Thank you.
What do you mean by trailer cannot stop for road safety? Is that not still within their mandate? You're saying that road safety officials will be on the road and trailers will not stop for them?
My sister, like Abubakar said, if they want to do that to stop them, they will use the truck and they block the road. And that will be causing a lot of hold up on the road. We have seen that way it happens. Once there's any problem with any policeman or with a trailer driver, what next? They use the road.
All right, sir. All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, we have been seeing it on the road.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Welcome to the Big Three. What's your name?
This Frederick calling from Central Area.
Go ahead, Frederick.
Yeah, in relation to what Oshiomole said, like I told you last time too, about the one I saw in Bauchi. Can Oshiomole tell us those people that are mining gold in Niger State, very close to me now, 4 or 5 years back or 3 years back or so, that the government were aware of it. It took them time to pursue those guys from nothing. I've not heard of any general connected to that apart from the politicians there. But even the left that was in Zamfara, that was in mind. Part of the reasons we started having the fracas between the Fulani guys and the Hausa guys that led to all this banditry and all that. Who were the people buying it? It was the same politicians. That was why they took a lot of accusations to some of this, one of these former senators, he was a former senator, and even the Senate minister.
All right.
So these are all politicians. These are all politicians. The one in Bauchi is the same time, the same thing. It was the same senator that I had. So I don't know what we say. You should just come up with names because I could remember when what's his name? We were talking about insecurity and the reasons behind all this. You know, same thing in Plateau State.
All right, sir. All right. Thank you very much. You said your point, so you feel like there's a whole lot going on. Ayeni Ola Johnson, you're talking about the audio, the sound output. Is it any better now? Have we addressed your concern or it's still the same? Please let us know. Okay, let us know. And Tokpa said, Kim, is it about federal road safety or the bad roads? Or is the president asking the Federal Road Safety Court to fix the roads? If you travel from Abuja to the east with no issues, just go and do Thanksgiving in church. We don't have roads in Nigeria. The roads are terrible. In fact, we need to pray for our drivers daily. I know, right? I mean, just Abuja, Kaduna, that used to be good old days, 2 hours, that has now become 3 hours travel. You see the deplorable state of the road. That one is even extra special because a lot of the works going on there has been abandoned over contract issues and budgets, what it should cost right now. Now, our federal government, Julius Berger, and we don't know how soon work will return that part of the country. So you need to be very careful as you travel the road also. So, Tokwe, yeah, I quite see you there. Hafsat, I see you. Thank you very much for your message. The oracle on the issue of kidnappers in Abuja along Buhari Road yesterday evening, some of my sisters and aunties that ply that road, They were attacked by kidnappers, but thank God no one was kidnapped, but all their belongings were seized by the kidnappers, even their phones. My name is Jafaru Hussein from Suleja. Boy, oh boy. Were they kidnappers or were they robbers? It feels like we use one for all of them right now, but they're all criminals. I don't want to run into any of them. Kidnappers, robbers, thieves, whatever. Some big boys in the country are behind the criminal activities in Nigeria. Senator Adams Oshiomole has said it all. He said security agents know them. They should be exposed. Now, investigate and prosecute. Nobody should be above the law, says Ode Tony Ingwarimpa. The heart of Mina, the state capital, people mine gold free of charge. In fact, during rainy season, women and children pick gold washed by the rain, and buyers come around in the evening buying gold from women and children, says Babs Kuta. Emeka from NNPC Kota says the problem is that Nigeria is not properly structured. That's why things are falling apart. How can heavy-duty vehicle ply vying to make use of that tiny road with motorists? In Botswana and Seychelles Republic, there are roads for heavy truck vehicles. Petrol are being transported by train. Smaller trucks will now take it and deposit it at a filling station. This is a country that thinks outside the box before doing anything. Here in Nigeria, all things goes. As for oil theft, we know how they do it. Not only Adams has said it, Asari Dokubo has raised the same alarm and it fell on deaf ears. It's so unfortunate that we have visionlessly, okay, all right. Thank you very much, Emeka. Yes, I don't mean you were right. It was Asari Dokubo. When I mentioned Tompolo, I thought you wanted to talk about the contract that I was awarded to protect, our pipeline infrastructure around that area. So you were correct with the name you mentioned. Indeed, it was Asari Dokubo who alleged Tompolo was given a contract to protect some of pipeline infrastructure from vandals and theft at the end of the day. In the heart of Mina, the state capital, I read Adina. Yes, I did. These truck drivers are something else. They don't even consider lives. They drive recklessly. Please, some people need to caution them. How can someone be referring to Nigeria as a banana republic? People need to mind what they say. I seriously agree with Senator Oshiomole. Big people are behind these high-profile crimes in the country. Uludade Abiodun. How can we be talking about illegal mining day in, day out? The presidency is okay. You see this your own? Let's leave it there. OGD one. Hello.
Hello, Okorora.
Yes, you're welcome. Donatus, go ahead.
You see, the only people that can talk to this truck driver is Nopeng. And Nopeng has been politicized. I remember those days of President Obasanjo. You will see them going on strike. Even President Goodluck, the same thing. But now, why are they going on strike? They are going on strike because of bad roads. You understand? But now, where's Nopeng again? And some of these trucks, they are over all these senator, governor, and the rest of them. Those boys, no matter how mad they are, I love them in one thing. They cannot be carrying products and be mad. You understand? The only thing federal government will do is that when they are carrying products, let there be sign in the trucks that will show everybody that this truck is carrying truck and give gap at least 200 meters ahead of this truck because it's carrying danger. And you, even though you carry this truck with your arrest, you must transport this from the railway station to the future with this truck. I think they should fix our road. And the only thing the federal government will do, educate all these boys on the danger of this thing when carrying truck. That is what they will do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And Ayeni Ola Johnson, thank you for the feedback. I would relay to our tech guys and see how we can address the audio challenge that you're experiencing from our YouTube page. Thank you very much for that. Extra. Do you think the U.S. is just being a bully or just looking out for itself? The White House claimed victory in a showdown with Colombia over accepting flight of deported migrant from the U.S. on Sunday, hours after President Donald Trump threatened steep tariffs on import and other sanctions on the longtime U.S. partner. So this is the gist. In summary, quickly, U.S. says we're going tough on quote-unquote illegals in their country, migrants. But IOM, I need to emphasize, it says no human is illegal. People can be undocumented migrants. So the U.S. is clamping down on undocumented migrants, those who came in either with visas and overstayed their visa or jumped the fence and came into the country, and they're shipping them back to their country. They sent 2 planes, so some landed in Guatemala, and they accepted them. They sent to Mexico. The Mexican president saying, no, sir, take them back. We can't just dump people on us that way. He's going to get back to the Mexican end. And then Colombia, he sent his Colombian migrants, the illegals, back to Colombia. Colombia president said, we're not having them, take them back. You can't just bring people, chain them, cuff them, and then dump them with your military aircraft to the country. We're not having none of that. So apparently the president got really upset. He said, all right, we're going to start with a 25% tariff sanction on every goods coming from Colombia. After 1 week, if they still do not take these people we're sending to them, we increase it to 50. Colombia, like, all right, 2 can play that game, and decided we're going to do 50% United States of America. And I guess the Colombian president went home and reflected over what he had done to himself and his country. Like, okay, you know what, President Donald Trump, I will send my plane, presidential plane. They will pick our people because you can't treat them like animals. And I totally understand where the Colombian president is coming from. Given the way they just bundle people. I mean, I was listening to some of those who were dropped off in Guatemala. They were explaining how they were cuffed even during the flight and all of that. It's a little dehumanizing. Yeah, they've overstayed their visa, so it's a crime by United States law. But they didn't think it was right to make them travel that way. If that was all the reason the Colombian president had, I do not know. He wanted to flex his muscle a little. I just do not know. But he slept over it and decided, you know what? I will send my plane to come and pick our people. Let's all, calm down. This tariff sanction, because already they had even shut down the embassy, visa, whatever in Colombia. Donald Trump is not. This one is not joking at all. There is no time for plenty bureaucracy. Back then, they would have had a series of meetings and meetings and meetings. How do we deal with Colombia? Colombia would have come out and say, okay, we will do our best to ensure that migrants do not illegal or undocumented migrants. But this one, Donald Trump did not have time to be consulting long story and calling security defense state this one. It was just, this is what happens next. And in less than, 48 to 72 hours, issues have been resolved. The Colombian president is ready to take his people off, and let's hope that it will address the tariff and the sanctions that have been imposed on both sides, and we can have, a seamless trade-off going forward. So the big question is, with the way the U.S. is going about is dumping people off Mexico, Guatemala, Colombia. I don't know who else. I don't know if a plane is headed to Nigeria, but I mean, we're not close to the U.S., so how many of us can they find? They perhaps will find Nigerians who overstayed their visa. And this one that they are combing everywhere. I heard that farmers in some part of the U.S., those ones who are undocumented are not even showing up to pick their apples and strawberries because they are afraid that ICE will pick them up. So it's crazy if you're not a documented migrant in the United States. It is so crazy that even if you give birth to a child as an undocumented migrant, your child can be deported even though the child was born there. The court has weighted it on that one and says, hey, this one is a constitutional matter. We'll see how far they'll push, that button and see how it pans out. So I've got 2-3 minutes. You can touch on that quickly and let's get your 2 cents and 30 seconds if you wish to tell us your position. Is the US being a bully or they're just looking out for themselves in the best way possible? Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're welcome.
Justice of peace.
Justice of peace.
Kim, I beg. I want you to extend our plea to Donald Trump. He should allow Nigerians that are there, whether their documents have expired or not.
Why? Well, Nigerians are special from the ones they've been shipping already out of the country.
Kim, it took a lot of deliverance prayer, fasting and prayers, embassy hustling, money hustling, selling land for Nigeria to be here and go to US. To return them back is another problem. You should please give us pardon, presidential pardon.
Thank you for speaking on behalf of the Nigerians. I wish the Mexicans and the Colombians will run that also. All right, so Justice of Peace is asking for a pardon, like temper justice with mercy. Oh, Donald. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon, Kim.
Good afternoon, you're welcome.
Yeah, I know you guys go for the news.
Yes.
Now, I think, can you hear me very well?
Go ahead. We've got 30 seconds before the news.
Yeah. I think Donald Trump is actually on learning curve. I think in the history of America, I'm not sure that's what I'm actually happened in terms of deporting people on a large scale to other countries. And so mistakes are going to be made. I want to believe that he's making some mistakes. However you want to do, you don't just kick people and dump them in other countries. There should be protocol involved. That's why it's going to be some embarrassment from Mexico to other countries.
All right, sir.
I think the US, they're going to learn from this.
All right. Thank you very much. And on that note, we'll wrap the Big Three and Extra for today. We'll do this again tomorrow. Let's join Dorcas for the news at the top of the hour. And after that, we'll be talking data privacy. It's quite important that you know how to protect your data. Stay with 95.1 Nigeria Info.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Nwachukwu. I'm the host of Hard Facts, and I bring you the biggest stories driving conversation every weekday here on 95.1 Nigeria Info Hard Fact Show. I love to get your opinion and conjectures, but the facts you cannot dispute here on Hard Facts. Join me and let's talk.
This is Nigeria Info.